to screwing with the wrong people.
We ain't going back, Bob.
That was probably the most badass line in this whole episode, to be quite honest. Alright, so, this is the mid-season finale review.
Holy shitty titties.
For episode 8. It's
Whee!
called...
What is it called? Did you forget?
It's Coda. The reason is because everyone was speculating, what does Coda mean? And apparently in Latin, it means the end of a song. And so people were like, oh, that's the end of Beth's song. That must mean she dies. And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. That's too predictable. There's no way.
That would never happen.
That would never happen.
They would kill Carol or anyone
They're
else.
going to throw us a curveball. We're never going to expect it. And... I was wrong. Yeah, I was kind of pissed. Seriously, everybody was saying that this was going to happen. Everyone online, the Spoiling Dead page, who seems to fucking know everything that happens a million years before it happens, and they're like, oh, it's going to happen. And I'm like, no, there's no way. That's just too predictable. It's the, she's been locked up. That would be just the predictable route to kill her off, right? Nope, they went with it. They sure as shit went, you know what? Well, actually... What did surprise me at the beginning of this episode is that they killed Lamson off really quick. I thought he was going to be a player.
Oh my God, yeah.
I thought he was going to be like a card. Because they said that Lamson was going to be a good guy to replace Dawn. And so I thought, oh, maybe now that he's free, the chip things will change.
Fucking Rick went bounty hunter.
Dude, Rick was...
Oh my God, he was sprinting down, and then he slit that zombie's fucking belly open and the guts came open. He's like Sonic the Hedgehog. He's then he's driving in the car. He's like, stop! And then he fucking ran him. I don't know how the impact didn't kill him in the first place, dude, because he hit him
He was bleeding out.
He hit him so hard. He's like, oh, I think you broke my back.
They just showed the slow motion on The Talking Dead when they were going over the deaths. He hit him in the back. He flew forward and hit head first on the pavement and then slid. And then that was... But that was so... I like how they brought back Gareth's line that can't go back. Because, like, it's this badass Rick mentality. And I think it's amazing. I love Rick's kind of, shit.
He's operating best when he's like that.
Yeah, he really is. And, I don't know. The thing is,
if they just let Rick do his thing, go in with this plan, nothing bad would have happened. Like, they would have cleared him out.
Because
they just would have popped everyone right in the face, and they would have walked out with Beth and Carol. But no.
The troubling thing is that not everybody was bad. Because you saw it was just Dawn and a few asshole cops.
Yeah,
it was
now they're dead. So. Yeah. I mean, the interesting thing was when Don and I don't know that other cop's name, one of the douchebag cops, had that altercation, and Don almost got killed, but then Beth helped, and Don...
Beth saved her life! Yeah, well, I mean, obviously Don was acting out to retaliate.
Yeah.
Alright, we need to talk about this first. Alright, seriously. When I saw her put the scissors up her sleeve, I was like, oh, some shit's gonna fucking go down. Alright, obviously, okay?
It's so stupid, because, in the end, Beth just wasn't gonna let it go, because she knew how Dom was running the place, and she saw how she was taking advantage of people in the name of doing stuff that was good, but Beth knew that it wasn't good. She was just taking advantage of people. And then when she said, oh, I'm taking Noah, that's the new condition, and Rick was all pissed, like, that's not part of the thing.
She sacrificed her life for Noah.
She sacrificed herself. She's like, no, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to let you take advantage of this person. And in the end, she'd rather die in the process of that, which kind of sucks because, I mean, I think she would have done more good being with her sister, with Maggie, and, that, than being with, killing
First
Dawn.
of all, Beth should have had two things should have been going through her head. First of all, she knows that this woman has a gun, okay?
Yeah.
Second of all,
she's wearing fucking body armor.
Stab her in the jugular! Like, Rick would,
the same way you kill a zombie.
Rick eats people's jugulars, okay? But she can at least stab someone there, okay?
That was the most pathetic thing, because she didn't even kill Dawn. In the end, Dawn's just standing there with the gun in her hand, and you see the scissors, sticking, they were barely stuck into her chest because of the body armor. And Dawn was like, oh, I didn't know, because, obviously it was just a reaction, because she pulled her gun out when she was getting stabbed, and she shot, because that's what you do.
Yeah, it was the fuck, and then...
self-defense. And then fucking Daryl's like, oh, hell no, and fucking pops right in the face.
Yeah, that was the best.
Oh
And then,
my
like,
God.
you didn't know... Well, the thing is, the fact that there was a fucking shootout in the hallways shows that nobody really liked her. So it was kind of like...
No, I mean, and that's what... And then that girl that they captured, she said that. She's like, oh, stand down, you know, it's over now. Dom was the problem. Now, like, we could actually work this out now. But...
Well, I think it's the there's no restrictions, because Rick said at the end, if anyone wants to leave this place,
Yeah.
like, you're not a prisoner here anymore, like, step forward. I don't know if anyone joined. Did I
Well, I mean, they would have to show that later.
Well, then, because then there'll be new characters into the mix,
Oh.
I suppose. But, to be honest, we left some characters we kind of didn't get to see finish. Like that doctor dude who, like, was trying to save his own ass. And then there was the bald dude who got the fucking thing off. I mean, they were just expendable, just chips, bargaining chips. So there weren't really, much character. But I think the only character I'd say was the doctor guy. That was probably the only one. So...
Oh, boy.
But honestly, in my opinion, I feel like they killed her off just because they were like, oh, mid-season, like, we have to. Like, nobody died in the finale kind of thing. So they're like, oh, we kind of have to kill somebody off
Which is
here.
kind of stupid. I don't know. I think that's... I mean, yeah, it keeps the show interesting and it keeps you on your feet, but it's also, at the same time, it's really gimmicky. And, like, and they made it so fucking predictable. Like, everyone predicted that it was Beth. And, like we've been saying this for the past couple of weeks, the only reason we didn't predict that it would be her is because, like, it was just so predictable, and everybody's been saying it's like, oh, it's Beth is gonna die. I was like, well, that's lame.
Well, I mean, the fucking spoiling dead people, they I don't know if you know, they actually go to the cast, like, they find where they film, and then, like, try, like, they get kicked out by security, but they try to, like, take quick pictures, and they have this whole Facebook page dedicated to this, so they called it, and sometimes...
Oh boy, spoiling the whole show.
But the thing is, they're not always right. There have been times when they're, like, completely fucking wrong, and sometimes when they're right. I mean, they got it right this time, but the thing is, I didn't want to believe that. I was like, maybe it's Carol, because... Like, think about it with Carol, like...
I mean, it would have been a lot easier, like, I mean, honestly, like, they're wheeling her out in the fucking wheelchairs, like, her or Beth, it's like, I'd rather fucking Carol be dead than Beth.
But think about it with Carol, like, she was kind of checking out anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
her story kind of, like, her arc has already been finished.
There was
like,
the episode when she
Beth
was trying...
just warming up.
Yeah, she was trying to leave, and Daryl's like, what? Like, she was, like, pretty much done. Like, she had seen so much drama since season 1, and this kind of felt like maybe she could sacrifice herself because she sees someone with so much potential. That's it. Maybe I gotta go out on a limb and kind of just set... I don't know, man.
Which kind of sucks because, like, she was ready to leave, and now she's the one who survives out of that, and now she's like, oh, well, Daryl's fucked up, so this might be, like, what makes her stay with the group because she sees that she needs the help. I don't know. It's like,
I just can't get over, like, if you're gonna kill a character off, go for it, okay? But the thing is, the way they, again, like, I just can't get over the fact that she, like, if you're gonna try to kill someone, like, maybe she just hasn't, maybe she's timid, maybe she doesn't know how, no, she knows how to kill people. She crashed the jar over that dude's head and got him killed by the zombie. She knows how to kill people, I mean.
Honestly, like, that was... In my opinion, what Beth did was basically, in my opinion, it was selfish of her to do that. Because, like, she took her own life and she sacrificed herself. And now, like, the whole group has to grieve her death and her sister has to grieve her death.
She wasn't even thinking.
They could have fucking walked out of there and left. And honestly, if they wanted to come back from Noah... They could have walked out. Abraham would have been there. They would have had twice as many people. They could have walked right back in and be like, okay, give him over. You're all going to die, kind of thing.
Yeah,
but no, she sacrificed herself without,
Yeah, just, like, take a chill...
Without even saying goodbye to anyone.
Like, even Rick. Rick was like, Noah's not like, Rick had the situation. He's like, he's not going with you. Like, he was kind of, like, gun-ho saying, that's not fucking happening. He's coming with us. And then Beth's like, wait, I got this.
I mean, yeah, she's always been that, like, weird emotional character. I mean, like, because when she was first introduced at the farm, like, she was really unstable, and she was gonna kill herself by, like, because she was cutting herself, and she was just really pathetic, and she's grown since then, but in the same sense, she was, in this scene, she was still that, like, she was just very...
My theory maybe is, do you think they didn't know what to do with her after that? Because... Like, her character... I mean, again, I don't know if they do this. They did say season...
She was falling for two characters. She was falling for both Noah and Daryl. It's like, where do we take it from here? She survives. What happens next?
Yeah, exactly. And again, they did say season 5 was going to go more along the storyline of the comics, and they definitely did that with the Hunters. But in the comics at this point, only Maggie's alive. So, but the same can be said of Tyrese. Tyrese was killed at the prison, according to the comics. So they're still keeping him. Same with Judith. So and Carol. There's actually a lot. So I mean, yeah, but I don't know, man. I mean, there was a lot of build-up. There was good. I like how the action didn't all have to take place at the hospital. I like how Gabriel's stupidity
oh my god,
was fun to see.
Yeah, we should talk about that a little bit. Like, how he fucking was there, and even, like... And we knew that the fucking school, the door...
Oh, yeah, it was a foreshadowing. Gareth's like, the glass is going to break eventually, and then... There you go.
And then fucking Father Gabriel is standing there looking at the leg. Oh, I hate this shit. They were right. Those people were bad. And he's like, oh, I don't know what to do with my life. And then he leads the fucking 30 walkers right back into the church. Which was stupid because, like, they ended up just having to lock themselves out of the church. And, like, oh my god.
What the fuck? That was just...
And then fucking Abraham. That was one of my favorite scenes.
Oh, that was...
Abraham with the fucking driving the fire truck. He just drove right through the porch, and he's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that was my my favorite part of this episode. If I had to say a favorite moment of this episode, like not the dying, not the my favorite part was him crushing that porch with the fire truck. Like,
and
it was just
face. His face was so unemotional. It's like there's no emotion.
Yeah.
He's like,
he's just, I don't give two fucks. It was just like he was just like he could have been like daydreaming or some shit.
How is that thing still running? He drove it through the fucking porch, and then they drove it all the way to fucking Atlanta, which we don't know how far away that is. But like they drove all the way to Atlanta in that shitty fire truck.
I don't know. Maybe they had gas on board. I don't know. I mean, granted,
it was breaking down all the time. Like,
I mean, you don't really know how far was that huge zombie wall. How far was that from?
I mean, they had only gone like less than 20 miles when they flipped the bus, and then they had to walk to get to the fire truck. So it couldn't have been that far.
Wait, so Father Gabriel's with them now, right?
They didn't show him, but he must.
I'll have to go back. I don't know.
They must I mean, because he was with them at the church, so I only assume that he went with them in the fire truck. Because why would he stay by himself? He can't defend himself.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea really.
So
I mean,
the whole group's together, minus Beth, and now they're probably on their way to Washington.
That was so much. Well, no, they are. It's probably. Well, no, they're probably gonna say Abraham's gonna be like, "Look, there's no fucking cure. Well, where are we gonna go?" Well, because Eugene said it was funny. Remember when Abraham said, "What's in Washington?" What Eugene said was correct. Remember he said,
"It's a safe zone."
Yeah, restart. Yeah, it wasn't a lie. He said nothing about the cure, and which is true because what they have at Alexandria is like a place that's completely safe. Like it's a safe zone. And they said, like, you can be safe here, and, like, it's a community that's already established, and they have this trade system, and so, yeah.
From what it seems like, the little teasers that we've had so far, I mean, we're going to see the other teaser coming up, but from what it seems like so far, like, the beginning, the next part of the other half of the season, the beginning, they're probably going to be wandering around, like Maggie's gonna be really upset, they're all gonna be really upset, and like they're showing how they're saying once again, like we need to find a place, we can't just be walking around doing this crap, like living day to day. So eventually they'll probably, like not right away, but eventually they'll probably decide that they need to go to the safe zone, but who knows how long that'll take.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be right away.
But I mean, so far my predictions are kind of true. I said that I thought the Hunter conflict would last till the mid-season. So my prediction was, so the Hunter conflict will last to the mid-season. They'll die, and then the second half of season 5 will be them. And I predict the finale of The Walking Dead is them going to Washington, then them arriving at the safe zone, kind of like they arrived at Terminus in the finale of season 4. But, unlike Terminus, this, according to the comics at least, this is actually somewhere that is safe, and it's not bullshit. It's just,
bullshit.
Yeah, it's only something that they have in their system that doesn't end up fucking working, which, that's gonna be fucking interesting. But, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, overall, how would you say this first half of season 5, what would you say, like, how does... It's weird because
it started off with such gusto, and then like the first, like, I don't know, it's like,
You know, the mid-season finale last year for season 4, I felt was better than this one because the mid-season finale for season 4, Herschel's like him dying was built up, like he was captured.
the end of that was such a badass ending with the fucking prison falling and the tank and all that shit. That was fucking badass.
Yeah, it was a big battle. And the thing is, again, like his death was logical. The governor just fucking lost his shit just because he's fucking because he's psychotic. Exactly, that was his whole thing. And you know,
this ended with Beth being just stupid and selfish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hurt you because you're taking advantage of people. And then
I don't want. Yeah,
gets shot in the face because she's an idiot.
Yeah, I don't want Noah to go. Blah blah blah. Can you imagine if Dom didn't ask for Noah? All right, he can go with you.
Yeah.
Everyone wins. But the thing is, there's no way they could have ended on that. No, people would have been like, oh, everything just resolved again.
And that's kind of like
it's a double-edged sword.
That's
like,
kind of my grievance, though, with this episode. Without Beth dying, what does this episode have that sets it apart? Nothing. Nothing besides Beth dying makes this a season finale.
The route that the thing is, the route they went, it resolved like the way it resolved. Like again, like it just didn't seem like the way they laid out the plot. It didn't seem like it was going to give that kind of twist you'd expect in a finale. They only added her last minute decision as that twist.
Yeah.
It kind of made sense. I think, you know what I would have liked? If she stabbed Dawn in the jugular, and maybe it's like she has her, like, gun, and it's like a last-minute decision, and then, like, she, like, kills her, and then, like, I don't know, because it's so fucking stupid. I mean, maybe even if you get stabbed in the I don't know, it's so weird to think, it's just such a weird thing, like, I can't believe they went with that, like, I don't fucking know, man, I don't know. So what are we giving ratings for this?
I mean, it was a good episode. I think I'll give it a 9. I mean, it didn't end how I wanted. I didn't want Beth to die because I didn't.
Yeah, they didn't have enough character development with her.
I didn't feel like that was the right person. I mean, I do agree that they should kill off a character. I mean, that's just how the show's been, and they haven't really done it in a while. But like, I just didn't feel like Beth was the right one. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't feel like they had enough. I mean, maybe. It's Beth maybe like it was kind of her mentality like doing things for the great. Maybe that was it. Remember when Dawn said like you have to make sacrifices for the greater good, but you're not the greater good in here? Maybe that was foreshadowing, oh, she's making a sacrifice for the greater good, which is almost like martyrdom, sort of. She might as well
in the end, that's what happened.
She might as well just drop a grenade on our deathbed like martyrdom. Like, I don't even know at this point, but... Yeah, I mean, it was decent. I'm going to give it an 8, because... Abraham had great driving. Yeah,
I'll give it an 8.5. I think 8.5. I mean, it wasn't what I wanted. It was still good. It was
the Morgan
thing
episode. At the end. Morgan,
I am so excited. When Morgan finally he found the map. Apparently, Rick left the map there. He's like, "Sorry, I was an asshole, Rick. We're going to Washington."
I think maybe like Carl or Michonne had it. Maybe it fell when they were fucking running or some shit. I don't know.
Because they left that church.
Or maybe Rick left it because he's like, oh, we're going to go back to the church, assuming it's not overrun because of some idiot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But that was an interesting thing. I mean,
yeah, I like that. Yeah.
There were definitely really good aspects of this episode, and I liked it. It's just that the thing that they used to make the half-season finale was Beth dying, and that was like a 5-second thing. It's like,
you know what? I have to give the episode some credit because all of the characters are together, except for Morgan. But all the characters are together. So now there's no splitting stories unless they want to do...
I'm done with that. I don't want to... I hate the splitting up
But
thing.
They're all together now. So, as long as everything goes as planned, they can't split them up. And it's pretty clear cut. They're just going to be going to Washington. Just going to... They're probably going to be some people grieving about Beth for an episode or two, blah, blah, blah. But going to Washington. Just go to fucking Washington. I want to see fucking Negan. He's got like 200 soldiers. I want to see a fucking showdown.
I want to hear him curse every other word.
Well, they're not going to allow that because AMC fucking... They didn't even let them say fuck in the season finale of season 4. It's only in the DVD. Rick says screwing instead of fuck. That's so many people are worried because Negan literally says the F word every sentence. It's his...
They're gonna have to find a way to like censor him in a non-retarded way. It's like...
It's what makes him Negan, because he's like he jokes, like he takes nothing seriously, but he takes everything seriously at the same time. I don't want to get into it, but yep. So anyway, That's it. We won't be back till February, and we're also going to try to pair these reviews with Better Call Saul, which we did see a preview for, which we don't want to, I mean, Mike and Saul going at it, first encounter, the two of them. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I trust Vince Gilligan, same guy who did Breaking Bad.
I can't wait.
That's going to be good.
It, so it's going to be good. And unfortunately, they're on the same night, but whatever.
Yeah, I found that out last week. They're on the same night in February, but... Well, okay.
Still something to look forward to.
Yep, I guess we can listen to Chris Hart on now. So thanks for watching, and adios.